Spencer Rattler made a comment, and he said that I'm gonna let y'all read for this myself, and I want y'all to talk about this, right? I'm gonna move myself right here. Let me see if I can move myself. There we go. I need to move myself right here, guys, so y'all can see. It says Spencer Rattler addresses Spencer Rattler's remark about USC offense know what to do, right? So South Carolina offense is taking a beating. It only takes a quick scan of the Southeastern Conference leaders to see why. The Gamecocks rank at or near the bottom in most of every offensive court category through 9 weeks this year, falling in line with the unit's wayward nature from a season ago. That's at least partly why comments made by quarterback Spencer Rattler following Saturday's loss to Missouri drummed up some attention. Here it goes, says, Rattler was asked about Missouri defense and what the USC offense needed to do to make the offense more explosive. We just got to get better at everything, Rattler said. Credit to Missouri. They gave us tough looks all night long with their blitzes, their pressures, the way they got after us. It was tough to get the drop back pass game going. Then Rattler continued, I don't feel like we had a good idea of knowing what to do. I say that what we need to get better at is just preparing and knowing what to do. When asked to elaborate on the latter marks, he said, I think collectively as a group, we don't do what we need to do. It's about the basics. Head coach Shane Beamer addressed Rattler's comments during the Sunday night teleconference with local reporters, noted that he met with the Gamecocks starting center caller to address his thoughts. I met with Spencer. We talked about the comments and I understand where he's coming from, Beamer saying candidly. We didn't go into the game uncertain about things. We had a great week of practice and a great mental week of practice with what we were asking our guys to do. I'm aware of it, Beamer said of the comment, and Spencer and I met, but I don't think it's an issue. It seems that Rattler and those in the building are certainly outside it, flagged those comments, right? So South Carolina has some moments of success under offensive coordinator Marcus Satterfield, the Duke Mayo Bowl for one, but the most recent anemic effort against the Missouri team that on paper USC should have better competed with raffled plenty of feathers in and around Columbia. USC was stagnant for the bulk of Saturday's loss, finishing the night with just 203 yards, good for the second lowest offensive output of the Beamer era. Losing Marshawn Lloyd to injury certainly hurt the plans, though he was held to just 30 yards on his 7 first half carries, right? And then, we have to look at Rattler's up and down this year, too. He hasn't played as poorly as his numbers might indicate. He finished with a Missouri loss 20 for 30 for 171 yards. He added a rushing touchdown as the Tigers' defense line swarmed him virtually every time he took a snap deeper than a yard or two off the line of scrimmage. So let's talk about this real quick, man. Because I've been seeing a lot of people on Twitter saying, fire Marcus Satterfield, Shane Beamer's allowing let this to happen. So if he's allowing this to happen, that means he wants it to happen. I think that we have to trust in Shane Beamer to allow his decision-making to be done. Do I think there needs to be a change at offensive coordinator? I mean, me being a coach and me understanding that you can't make the players run the routes correctly. You can't make them catch the ball. You can't make them do a lot of different things. You can't make them block schemes. But what you can do is make sure your guys are prepared. And I think that so many people want to blame somebody. Listen, man, we're ahead of schedule, right? 5-3, ranked in the top 25 first time since 2018. And yes, I felt like we should have played and should have beat Missouri. Missouri's no scrub team. You see what they did to Georgia. They had Georgia by their necks. But because of certain circumstances, Georgia came out on top. They was a couple plays away from upsetting the number one team in the nation. Missouri's hungry and looking to rebuild their program too. So there's no given wins in the SEC. I mean, we still have good opportunities to end the season with 8 wins. We still have good opportunities if we beat a team like, let's say, Tennessee or Clemson. We still have an opportunity to get back into the top 25. So the season isn't lost. And I think that a lot of times when people look at the Missouri loss or something like that, the first thing they want to do is blame somebody for it. It has to be Marcus Satterfield's fault. He doesn't call plays right. Listen to me closely. If you were an offensive coordinator in the SEC, could you call better plays than Marcus Satterfield right now, I'll wait. Because most of you guys, 99.9% of you guys that's watching this right now, never call plays for a football game, let alone a collegiate football game in the SEC. So I'm going to trust Shane Beamer. I'm going to trust his judgment. But I'm also understanding the frustration of Gamecock Nation. It's the fact that things don't look the way they should look. And for a team, the top 25, to be at the bottom offensively in the SEC, we were going to lose. We was going to lose a game or so right there. We overachieved so far. We're ahead of schedule. So let's pump our brakes real quick. Let's allow the season to play out. And if we can get 8 wins, if we get a bowl win, go 9 wins, that is a win.